Hello friends, welcome to SKR classes, and in the new video of biology life processes we are going to discuss about the human respiratory system, which is a very vital organ for our survival and living. So not by not wasting any time, we'll start with the respiratory system and how the process of respiration takes place inside the body. The respiration, as you know, is the process by which living organisms produce the energy necessary for survival. The uh, the equation for respiration, I am saying C6H12O6 plus 6O2 gives 6CO2 plus 6H2O plus ATP. This is the process. And the respiration, the kind of respiration which we humans do is known as the cellular respiration, which takes place inside the body, inside the cells. The cellular respiration, I'll give you the definition for cellular respiration. It is the biochemical process by which the chemical energy or food molecules are released and captured in the form of ATP. As you know, ATP is adenosine triphosphate. So now I'll tell you the process by which respiration takes place inside the body. So beginning with the process of breathing, when you breathe through your air, the air comes inside the nasal cavity. You can see nasal cavity as I have drawn. I want everyone to please copy down this, because this is going to be very helpful, and you can get to draw this in your exams also, the respiratory system. So the air first is taken from the nostrils into the nasal cavity, and the nasal cavity has the nasal cavity and the nasal passage put in the air into the trachea. Now what happens in the trachea is that the air is pushed down into the lungs. Let me write one term here. I have written epiglottis. As I said in the previous video that I will be telling you the meaning of epiglottis. So when the food pipe that is here and the windpipe, they on their joining, there is a muscular flap like structure present, which stops the food from going inside the nasal passage, so that it cannot cause blockage. That is why it is said in our country and everywhere that you should not speak while eating, because if you speak, the epiglottis will be open to push out air when you speak, and by that opening food can go inside when you are eating. So it is said that you should not speak when you are eating. So that epiglottis helps the food to block the trachea, so that the food does not go inside it and cause blockage. Coming back to the point, the air goes from the nasal passage into the trachea. Inside the trachea, it is pushed into the lungs from the cartilages, the ring of cartilages that are present inside the lungs. Now as you can see, I cannot draw a clear representation of inside of the lungs, what happens inside, but I will speak from my mouth what happens inside. These now the tracheids, they go inside to form bronchi. The bronchi are the smaller form of tracheids which carry air inside the lungs and all, and they help to give the air to the bronchioles, which are an even smaller version of the bronchi, and they lastly end in the alveoles. I couldn't draw the alveoles. They have a spherical structure, as you can see in the NCERT book. They have a spherical structure with a dense coverage of arteries and all nerves around it for the exchange of oxygen and carbon dioxide from the body. So bronchioles end in the alveoli, which helps in the last process of respiration. And I forgot to mention this, the pharynx is by which you speak. It is also present in the respiratory system only. The pharynx is the organ by which you speak, and the larynx also is present in the respiratory system only, and you have studied all these in your previous classes. So coming back, the alveoli, then in the alveoli there is an exchange of gases. The arteries diffuse in oxygen and take it back to the heart, and all the veins give out their carbon dioxide inside the lungs, and the carbon dioxide is then passed out from the lungs and from the nasal passage out of the body. And when you take in air, you know that our lungs expand. So that diaphragm that I have written downwards, that helps in the process of expansion for the lungs. When the lungs have expanded, the diaphragm moves down and it provides space for the lungs to expand with the ribs also. The ribs, as I have drawn, they are the protective organs. They are the protective covering for the lungs and the heart. And the diaphragm, coming back to it, the diaphragm moves down when you breathe in, and it lets the lungs expand. And when you breathe out, the diaphragm moves up. So this aids in the process of respiration. And one more point that you can see, I have not mentioned it clearly in this diagram because my drawing is not so good. The right lung is bigger than the left lung in your body, because the right lung has to take in does have many enough space, but the left lung has to take inside and keep the heart also with it. And friends, so these were some features of the respiratory system that were described in this video, and some more are the ones which will be told to you in the higher classes and will be told by me also in the upcoming videos of biology. There are not many more complications, such as the respiratory system also aids in proper digestion. It also helps in the proper energy giving, because if we don't get proper oxygen, then we won't be able to channelize the energy in the body. So these are the things that respiratory system helps us to do, and these were included in this video. So I hope you like this video and stay tuned for further updates. Thank you and subscribe the channel.